This is a story of saving the beautiful places in Marin County and the people who have fought for their preservation. A story of how, for 75 years, ordinary citizen volunteers have carried out the mission of Marin Conservation League to preserve and protect the natural assets of Marin. Conservation in the early 20th century began with the experience of beautiful places, with a local backyard like Mount Tamalpais or Tomales Bay. The purpose was not to exclude the public, but rather to preserve beautiful places for the public. Most of the open spaces that were gained in Marin, a few acres at a time, were set aside as public lands for public use. A good place to begin this story is from the east peak of Mount Tamalpais. You can't quite see forever, but you get an idea of the shape of Marin. To the northeast, the clusters of towns and cities nestled against the slopes of the mountains, the hallmark of Marin's eastern urban corridor, with the bay tidelands and the waters of the northern San Francisco Bay beyond. To the west and north, the expanse of forested watershed lands, with reservoirs shining like a string of jewels, much of our local source of water. Stretching into the distance are the grass-green hills and wooded valleys that the first generation of farmers found to be ideal for their herds of dairy cows. For the fourth smallest county in California, Marin seems vast from here, and untamed.
If you stand up on the top of Mount Tam and look over the county, it's unbelievable how much of it is open, whether it's in parklands, watersheds, or agriculture. If you didn't have agriculture out there, you'd have housing, tons and tons and tons of it.
To the south, chaparral slopes of oak, bay, and redwood-filled ravines roll out from the base of Mount Tam, a near wilderness that early hikers from all around the urban bay region came by ferry and train for weekend hiking and rejuvenation. Journalist and author Harold Gilliam recalls from his student days in Berkeley that he could see the long, mystic ridge of Tamalpais, the sleeping lady, rising like Vesuvius above the Bay of Naples. It is a landscape of endless variety, physical complexity, and great beauty. Our Mediterranean climate, with its subtle seasonal rhythms, mellow Octobers, spring and December grassland, a native growing season that seems to end with the last April rains, then followed by alternating shimmer of summer heat and the welcome chill of an incoming July fog. We are seduced to explore over and over. That is what the four women who founded Marin Conservation League must have done, explore, because they knew all the special places in Marin that should be protected for the enjoyment of future generations. And they set about doing just that, secure their permanent protection.